Hello dear friends, my name is Jitender Bafna. I am a senior MuleSoft architect. In this video, we're going to see how to secure a MuleSoft application using OAuth 2. So, in this tutorial, we're going to use Auth0 as a OAuth provider and grant type equals to refresh token. So basically, in our previous video, in my last video, we have already walked through a client credential and the authorization code grant type. So I will, recommended that before watching this video, you also go through the previous two videos on authorization code and the client credential. So Auth0 is nothing; it's a OAuth provider, and refresh token is one of the grant type. So I will tell you what we will do. We will generate a refresh token using authorization code, then that we will use that refresh token to generate more access token, every time we don't have to perform whole process again and again. So I will show you how we can do achieve that. Okay, so the first thing, I will register a application in my Auth0. So first step, we need to register the application. I can say my app machine to machine application create. You can select the audience if you want, you can select all, and you can select OpenID. And here some by default some example request has been given, so you can check out this. You can go to settings. In settings, the first thing, you have to add a callback URL. So please watch the authorization code video to get more detail on that. Okay, then I can go to advanced setting, I can go to grant types, I can allow refresh token, authorization code, I can say save changes. Now what I have to do, the first thing, I have to configure the policy on my Anypoint API manager. So for that, I will say apply new policy. Okay, and I can go to my JWT validation policy. I can click here, configure. Then what I have to do, I have to go to endpoint. I have to check for JWKS URL, that is JSON web key set. Copy this, paste it on browser. Let's see what happens. So you will see some keys which will be used to validate a token. Algorithm is used RSA 256. You can see it here. You can go there. Yeah, I will send a token in my header, authorization header, RSA 256. Yeah, I will use the JWKS URL. Okay, so this is the URL which I've copied. I can skip the client ID validation. So rest of the thing I will keep as a default, and I can say apply. So I have applied my policy on my API. The next step, we have to generate a refresh token first. Okay, that is one-time activity. So what you have to do, so for that we will use the authorization code as our grant type. So what I will do, so basically this is my authorized URL. Okay, what you can do, how can you can get the authorization URL? This is the OAuth authorization URL. You can copy from here, and we have to pass a client ID as a query parameter, always, and make sure the scope is always OpenID offline space offline access for getting the refresh token. Okay, so this is the scope. Make sure this is my scope for getting the refresh token, OpenID offline access. Redirect URL we have already configured, and response type is a code. Okay, so we have to pass this parameter where you can get a client ID. So you can go at the top, and this is the place where you can get a client ID. Okay, so what are the parameter we are passing? This is the URL, authorized URL, client ID. Then we are passing the scope. Make sure the scope is OpenID offline access. Then redirect URL which we have configured on Auth0 application. Response type is always code. Okay, so this part is done. Copy this, then go to browser or browser. As soon as I go to browser, it will redirect me to the resource owner. In this case, resource owner is Auth0. Okay, this is completely explained in my last video, what is resource owner and all those things. So here we are just seeing the demo how we can make use of refresh token. I'm waiting, so some connection issue I think. Okay, something went wrong. Let me check what is wrong. So let me check the configuration. HTTP localhost 8081 callback. Okay, let me check. Is my client ID is correct one? 935. Okay, sorry, I have to change my client ID. So I'm sorry for that. I have to copy this because I have generated a new. So I have to change this client ID. Okay, so that's why it went failed. Copy this. Again, paste this URL. This time it will. See, in my case I'm already logged in, that's why he haven't prompt me for the username and password. It will prompt for username and password and simply say yeah. You can click on this checkbox. So you got this code back. Copy this code and now I will create a request. So I have to copy this here. Now I have to generate the token and the refresh token and everything, right? So I will copy this request. I will remove this refresh token. So my grant type will be authorization code. So I have already explained the authorization code. I have to copy the client ID and client secret, then a code. So code which I have we got over the callback URL. So let me copy that code. I think it. Okay, now let me copy the client ID and the client secret from my auth0 page. Copy. I don't think it's copied. This is my client ID. Now we will sorry, I haven't copied it properly. Okay, now I have to copy the client secret. And also make sure, like, there's a one thing I forget, response type must be the code when you are generating the code. Okay, then other thing, we have to provide a redirect URL for validation purpose. So make sure you are providing the same redirect URL which you have provided earlier. It's just for validation purpose. Okay, nothing else. In first step, it give the code on redirect URL. You can see that, localhost callback code, then I can say callback. Okay, this is the request I have created. Then I can go to my this particular part. Okay, let me check what's the error. Okay, I have to close this. Okay, so how can you get a token URL? So again, go to application, that application, and you can see what token URL. This is a token URL. Send the request. So if you see, you got access token, the ID token, or copy this. So this is my open ID token and this is the access token. So in this case we want to open ID token because we have applied the JWT validation policy, and this is the refresh token. So I will show you what is the use of refresh token. So now we have seen the authorization code, and now how we can make use of refresh token in the future. So I will show you. Let me first check the request. So it should give the error JWT token is required. So I can say authorization, and I can say bearer ID token I have copied, and I will send request. Okay, I got the successful response. If I modify the token, I will get the invalid response, invalid token. So now, in future, I don't want to do again and again authorization. Just go and just get the authorization code, then again token. So what you can do now, you got this refresh token. So now this refresh token can be used to generate this ID token and the access token. Okay, so now we will make use of grant type refresh token. So copy this refresh token. So now I think let's consider this token has been expired. Okay, and I have to generate a new token. So I don't want to follow again just go and hit the authorized URL, get the new code, after getting code you just hit the token. So I don't want to do that every time. One time is fine. Now I want to make use of refresh token. So now I got this refresh token. Okay, so what I can make use of this refresh token. So you just make the request again, a client ID. So this is the refresh token, and I will copy this client ID in the client secret, which I have copied from auth 0. So you have to pass this client ID in client secret, grant type, and the refresh token for generating the ID token again and access token again. So you don't have to send all these parameters. This is just for one time. So go and paste it here. Okay, use same token URL. Just make sure refresh token you save somewhere. It is useful to generate a ID token and the access token, a JWT token. This is generally a JWT. Okay, now you can send the request. So grant type should be refresh token. So now you got a new token. Okay, so copy this, and you can paste it here. I can say bearer space control V. Now send the request. So now in same way I keep on generating the new tokens. So I can go back. I can use the same request, same refresh token to generate the new token. See, we keep on getting new token. Okay, so that is how you can make use of the refresh token for generating the access token and the ID token. Okay, so this is my bearer token. Let me validate once again, and this is my JWT token, whatever you can call it, open ID token. So I can go to send. You got successful response. So that is how you can secure your API using auth 0 and JWT validation policy, and using grant type a refresh token. Okay, I hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, please click on like and subscribe button.